3:49 a.m. and I'm making a YouTube video. It's September 7th, 2010, and I'm Ben, and I've been on T for about 8 months now. Yay! What can I say? T has been great. I really enjoyed transitioning. However, there have been things that have come up that haven't been ideal. I think that I'd have to say I'm very satisfied with how things are going for me physically, besides the fact that I feel like I look a lot younger than I am. I feel as though I don't look like I've even really hit 16 as a guy, and I'm going to be 21 in a month, so I feel a little bit insecure about that, and that causes some problems for me. Oh, bitch. Oh, knocking shit over. But that makes me feel strange a little bit. Not really used to not looking my age. So now I just feel like I don't know if it's actually true. I just feel like I'm in the darkness right now. I mean, that could be. There we go. I don't know. I'm just a little nervous. So I think that it'll all work out, and I think that it's just because I'm hitting puberty, and I'm just gonna look young for a while. It's a little hard socially to look a lot younger than the rest of the guys who are around, but I haven't really had any problems with girls that I've been interested or guys I've been interested in questioning that. It's just kind of my own little hang-up about transitioning. So that's been a little tough, but other than that, I'm growing some facial hair at a normal rate for someone who is 8 months on T, I think. It's kind of, the computer's kind of bright, but I have these sideburns coming in. I grow hair this way and over here. I don't grow much here, but it does grow in a little bit, and I think that just has potential to grow. Might not. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So I guess my biggest problem I've come across so far have been people. I've been blessed to have so much support in my life, and in the community I lived in for a while, it was very, very good with what was happening. I was living in Boston. Boston's a great place to be. My doctor's in Boston. All my friends are there, and there's a really great community for this kind of stuff. However, I have to say that I'm a little bit disappointed in some people who I'm friends with, and not because they don't understand or they don't love me and they don't, treat me well. I guess my standards of being treated well are a little low, because sometimes I feel as though I'm an inconvenience, and that's just, again, I get a little paranoid about things, so it's strange, but I feel like I'm an inconvenience to some of my friends. I feel like I'm made to be an inconvenience to some of my friends who seem to have a little bit of a harder time switching over names and pronouns. I've been out for about a year now, going on a year now, completely to all of my friends, so all of the people that I see all the time, and the fact that sometimes there are still mistakes made, I'm not okay with that. Some people say be patient. I've been patient for far too long, and my body has gone through something intense, and I don't deserve to be called anything but what I want to be called. I haven't really had too many problems with it recently. Um, I just get really frustrated when I'm with, I guess when I'm with my older friends from high school and someone's on the phone, and when someone's like, "Well, who are you hanging out with?" And the person you're hanging out with is like, "Well, I'm hanging out with this person, this person, this person." I've had a situation in which friends have referred to me as my old name to make it easier for them so they didn't have to explain that they were hanging out with someone who's transgendered. I think that's fucked up. I think that's selfish, and I think that it really started to show me, who was important in my life. And the people that were still doing that to me, I don't see them as often, and there's a reason for it. And I mean, they're good people, and they've tried to be accepting, and I just don't really have room in my life for people like that. Um, and maybe, I mean, I don't even feel like I even owe them an explanation as to why that's wrong and why that would bother me. So I've come across that um, a couple times, but it was a little bit, like probably like 2 months ago, not now. Um, the other thing I get really frustrated with is when people announce to others that I am transgendered. Now, I did not decide to transition so that I could be labeled as a transsexual. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I am open about being trans, but I don't appreciate when someone kind of warns the rest of a room or the rest of the people who are there hanging out with that there's a person who's trans coming over, and it's almost been made to be a spectacle sometimes, and in the best way possible. I mean, I don't hang out with people who are hateful, so I mean, I've had friends say, behind my back before I show up to a party or I show up to hang out. I've had friends say, you know, Ben used to be a girl and he looks amazing now, you would never guess. That's nice. I'm glad you think I look amazing, but I really don't care if you think I look amazing. I don't want you to talk about my transition to other people, because that's not the point. The point is I want to be perceived as male. I don't want to be perceived any other way. And unfortunately, with the vast majority of people in this world, once someone tells you once someone says, "Oh, this person is trans," something in someone's head always goes back to the female pronouns. I don't know what it is. It's a very common mistake made, but if you know that someone's trans, or if someone else knows that someone's trans and you're not very educated on it, instantly it just becomes, not only a topic for conversation, but it changes the way people look at you. And um, if if you find the right people, it changes the way people look at you in a good way. But I just don't want that. I've worked really hard. I've gone through a lot, and I've told my family. I've turned a lot of people's worlds upside down, especially my parents, and the emotional struggles and the physical changes and the things I've had to go through. I just do not deserve that, and I just don't put up with. I don't want to put up with it anymore. So, I mean, I'm trying to find the best way to tell some people. I think it's very specific people that I just don't fuck with me with that stuff right now, because I feel really good, and I am trying so hard to be patient, and I just I don't want it anymore. It's a little bit of a rant. Not really that angry right now, so I don't think I'm getting my point across very well. But I guess to wrap it all up, I kind of wish that things could be different in this world, and I think that I don't know. I just think that I'm a little bit surprised by some people and how smart they are and how ignorant they are. Sometimes the smarter you are, the more ignorant you become. And it just kind of amazes me. And no, it is what it is, though. if that's really the only problem I've faced so far, and I really haven't seen any, no transphobia, no homophobia, nothing since I've transitioned. I haven't really gotten any of that, so it's been good. I'm pretty lucky in that sense. So if that's the only thing I have to complain about, then I have to say everything's been pretty good. Yeah, and it's also really late, and this video is getting too long, so I'm gonna go. I hope everyone's doing well. I don't know how to end these things. I don't know. Do you end with a goodbye? Bye. Do you end with a question? Do you end with a statement? Do you just end it?